শুনতে পেলাম পোস্তা দিয়ে তোমার নাকি মেয়ে দিবি গঙ্গারামকে পাত্র পেলে জানতে চাও সে কেমন ছেলে With the beginning of the 9th month on the calendar and after spending almost 5 months in confinement, I'm pretty sure that most of you are out of your minds. And I get it. It's because we thought that we would have a really good time during the lockdown, binge watching Netflix and spending time with our families. But we have been doing this for the last 5 months. And now it feels like a hell loop. We all want to go out, spend our time amongst the hubbub of the streets and the cacophonies of the streets of Calcutta, but that's not really happening right now. And certain communities have taken it worse. I, as a Bengali, I can assure you that we guys are having a hard time coping up with lockdown. It's because Bengalis do love doing everything together, starting from Biye Bari to Durga Pujar Bhashan. We people love to get together and dance and sing together in merriment. But then, with the limit being set to 50 people, it's not really going to be useful for us. And given the fact that we have such a huge gene pool, the shortest list would turn out to be something around 150. And now, coming to a very interesting story, I have a cousin, and she will be watching this and she is laughing to herself, but over this entire period, she has been eating my head with this one particular phrase, "Bhai kono biye bari pachhi na." And I get it. I get it because it's funny and it's sad at the same time. We aren't getting marriage parties because no Bengali is interested in getting married now. We don't really have the commotion, we don't really have the people coming around and dancing together in merriment. It's not there. So don't really expect a good hunky wedding from Bengalis right now. And to keep this fever of the celebration and marriage running, I have something very interesting for you guys today. So stay tuned and let's begin with our 4th episode. Well, now that we are done with that, let me get certain things straight. Bengalis do love to have addas and gossips, and gossip for us is not really a negative term. We people love to sit together and talk to people about other people, and there's an acronym Bengalis often use. It's called PNPC. I'm not going to elaborate on that because no, you guys know about it. You are well aware of the full form of that acronym. But keeping all those aside, at this present moment, we are missing these addas and gossips. And so, let me share something interesting with you today. Born in 1887, Sukumar Rai was a man of inexplicable qualities and with a meticulous hold on the genre of nonsense rhymes and gibberish. You might be aware of the lines that I began my episode with. These lines are credited to Sukumar Rai himself, and if you aren't aware of the poem, it's entitled Shot Patro. And if you haven't read the poem, I'll leave the poem down in the description, so do take a look at that. Now, the episode gets very interesting because what follows is basically a self-translation of the poem. I know, too much of an audacity, but I think it will get good. Back in 2019, this poem was concealed within the walls of my college when an assignment was allotted to do the same. So here we go. The Blooming Groom. I was away at Posta and I learnt it now that your daughter is going to have her wedding gown. Gangaram is a blooming half. But sire, do you know him enough? Needless saying, he's a quite good man, though his skin is a little too tan. Moreover, Gangaram doesn't look foul, but he resembles an owl. Intelligent brains, if that's what you wonder. For heaven's sake, the guy's a blunder. After 19 failed attempts at matriculation, his efforts finally reached an expiration. Money and finance, that's another mess. He barely manages to survive each day's race. And oh, the siblings, I could have sworn. One's a lunatic and one's a stubborn. The other guy, who forges money, is one of a sample. He resides now in the prisoner's cell. And the youngest, he's a tabla player, works in jatras and earns very near. Honestly, Gangaram is quite the man. Has every disease one literally can. But as blue blood runs his veins for free, one must know Gongsho was an elite of his family tree. And Shamlahiri of Bonogram? I guess is someone to Gangaram. Anyway, now that the search is over, do you really think one could have scored better? Well, with that, it's the end of today's episode. I hope you don't get someone as short as Mr. Gangaram, but good luck finding. And if you have a marriage, don't forget to get married. Bye.